and the All Indiana Podcast Network. This is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update.
Hello, I'm Jeremy Jenkins, and this is your News 8 Daily 8 Podcast for Wednesday, October 23rd. We begin with the Delphi Murders trial. One of the highlights of Day 4 included video evidence that prosecutors say was taken before Abby Williams and Libby German were killed. News 8's Kyla Russell has more on the Down the Hill video and other big moments.
The now 45-second clip was taken on the Monon High Bridge on February 13th, just moments before the girls disappeared. And now the new enhanced version is revealing new details. An audio expert called in by the prosecution played the full length of what's been called the Bridge Guy video. It was taken on Libby's phone on the Monon High Bridge just seconds before the girls disappeared in February of 2017. In it, a man known as Bridge Guy is walking near the girls. Here's how the dialogue goes. The girls are walking along the bridge and you can hear Libby say, "See, this is the path. There's no path there, so we have to go down there." And 12 seconds later, Bridge Guy says, "Guys?" And Abby Williams can be heard saying, "Hi," very timidly. Finally, we hear the line we've heard for years. Bridge Guy says, "Down the hill."
Guys, down the hill.
The video is then sort of thrown around and cuts off. We know that video was the last known activity on Libby German's cell phone. We also heard from several people who were on the trails that day and say they saw Bridge Guy. First, we heard from Rayleigh Voorhees. She was 16 and was also on the trails. She showed the jurors on a map the route she walked and where she came across Bridge Guy. She said hi to him, and he did not say hi back. Next up was Brianne Wilbur. Brianne was one of Libby's sisters, Kelsey's, best friends. She said she passed him on the trail that day, too. She got weird vibes from him, and she said she was confused. He was dressed in so many layers on an unseasonably nice day for February. Finally, jurors heard from Betsy Blair, an avid hiker of those trails. All three of them told the jury they knew they had seen Bridge Guy as soon as they saw his photo, but Rayleigh noted the photo may have tainted her memory of him. And a mass amount of new physical evidence reveals more details about the case. Several sealed brown bags carry blood swabs, Libby's colored t-shirt found in Deer Creek, a pair of Hollister jeans, and pink underwear. We expect to continue hearing from witnesses that saw Bridge Guy that day or have any idea of his whereabouts in the following days. Reporting here in Delphi, I'm Kyla Russell for Wish TV, wishtv.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.
On to some news out of Greenwood, where one person is dead after an apartment fire. It happened yesterday afternoon just after 4:45 in the Cambridge Square Apartments. That's right off of County Line Road near Madison Avenue. According to the Greenwood Fire Department, a caller who was visiting the apartment told them the hallway was full of smoke. Firefighters found a person inside an apartment unit and got them out, but that person later died at a hospital. There is no word yet on what caused that fire. In Fishers, construction will start on a pedestrian bridge that officials hope will provide safety for pedestrians. The bridge will be built over 96th Street off of the I-69 interchange. The trail will connect the Nickel Plate to the Monon and Midland trails connecting Fishers to Indianapolis.
For our residents now, you're going to have exponentially more trail connectivity that allows you to go further and in more ways down to Indianapolis and vice versa. So you have our section of the trail done now from 146th Street all the way down to 96th Street. This bridge connects us to the good work that the city of Indianapolis is doing, building that trail from there all the way down to the state fairgrounds.
Total cost for the work on the bridge is estimated to be around $7.6 million. Construction is set to begin later this year and be complete by the end of 2025. Let's talk sports. The wait is over. Pacers basketball season is finally here. The team tips off the regular season tonight in Detroit against the Pistons. The Pacers are trying to build on their run to the Eastern Conference Finals last season. Most of the core roster is back, and head coach Rick Carlisle says he knows what fans expect.
We got a great group of guys, and we've got great fans. The accomplishments of last year are really in the rearview mirror, but they've raised expectations, and so to meet those expectations, we've all got to raise our level.
The Pacers tip off against the Pistons tonight at 7. Then the team goes to New York to take on the Knicks at Madison Square Garden before the Pacers' home opener on Sunday against the 76ers. And some sad news in the world of sports. Legendary Dodgers pitcher turned famed broadcaster Fernando Valenzuela has died. The Mexican left-hander, known for his look-to-the-heavens wind-up, burst onto the scene seemingly out of nowhere back in 1981. He won his first 8 big league games, 5 of them by shutout, and that led to Fernando Mania capturing the nation's attention. Fernando had a few more good seasons, and even though arm problems kept him from the type of career that would have landed him in the Hall of Fame, he remained beloved by Dodgers fans. He became a Spanish-language broadcaster for the Dodgers and was with them until last month when he announced he was stepping down to focus on his health. The Dodgers confirmed the news hours ago that Valenzuela died at a Los Angeles hospital last night. They did not say how he died. Fernando Valenzuela was 63 years old. We wrap things up with the weather. We're in for another pleasant day. Storm Track 8 says you can expect partly cloudy, breezy conditions with slightly cooler temperatures. Meteorologist Ryan Morse has your News 8 Daily 8 forecast.
Average high 63 degrees. We're at 61 right now. It's going to be a different story tomorrow morning, though. Challenging the frost mark in a lot of locations. So just get ready for the big swing. We do have a cold front that's crossing the state, and that's the reason why we are going to have this big temperature spread over the next 24 hours. Now back down to 58 here in Indy, 61 in Bloomington, and 55 in Columbus. That cold front is located near Chicago, and that cold front will be diving through our area through mid-afternoon. That will dip our temperatures 56 degrees. Live look at Cicero. American flag is blowing in the wind. We did gust 20 to 30 miles an hour yesterday, expecting similar conditions today as that front is going by. Storm tracker showing that location of the front getting into northwestern Indiana now, and that will be crossing our area through mid-afternoon. So our temperatures today are actually going to peak, I'd say, in the 1-2 o'clock hour in the low to mid-70s. We'll start to see clouds increasing, especially on the backside of that cold front. We'll have those clouds increasing through the evening, but not expecting any precipitation. The front will likely go through our area dry and then dips our temperatures for the overnight hours. So our highs today, it's going to depend where you are in relation to the front. Chicago is only going to get to 60 degrees. Meanwhile, 73 here in Indy, where it takes longer for that front to go through. 78 in Columbus, 80 in Louisville, and 78 in French Lick. All these temperatures above average for basically the southern half of the state. We'll take a step back in our temperatures for tomorrow, and then another cold front on the way that could bring in some rain chances for Friday. I'll have the latest on that front coming up in just a few minutes.
To get a peek at Ryan's full forecast, just head right on over to wishtv.com. Or you can download the Wish TV Storm Track 8 app. And don't forget to check out our Storm Track 8 weather blogs. This has been your News 8 Daily 8 podcast for Wednesday, October 23rd. I'm Jeremy Jenkins for Wish TV, wishtv.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update on demand. For even more, on demand and on the go, connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening, and be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.